everyone. In this video I'd like to talk about the thorny subject of greyhounds and stairs. So most greyhounds don't typically encounter stairs until they become a pet, and it's recognised that they can struggle to understand how to coordinate themselves. Long legs, long back, it's not the easiest thing to manage if you're the shape of a greyhound, especially if the stairs are steep. If you've ever watched one go downstairs from behind, you can see how much they have to bend their back legs in order to get down the stairs carefully without being at a really steep angle from their tail through to their nose. So some of them approach a set of stairs and their front legs walk up, and then they're not quite sure what to do with the back legs. Some of them will bound up the stairs and then stand at the top as if to say, I have no idea how I go back down. That is way too steep. I can't do that. Some take one look and just walk the other way, and some might think about it for a while, and then before you know it, a few weeks later, suddenly the dog is upstairs, and as if, what do you mean, there was never a problem with those stairs? And then there's the ones that get halfway up and suddenly think, oh my goodness, what do I do next, and get stuck in the middle, neither up nor down. Usually to get up they need a certain amount of momentum to stop them falling back down, and when they're coming down they need control so they don't come down too fast. So Daisy is my one that has had most trouble with the stairs. When she first came, I thought I'd try her on some outside stairs, and she took one look and bounded in one leap down 8 concrete steps all in one go, and then stood at the bottom and said, oh, my leg hurts. So that didn't go too well. I then discovered that she just wasn't going to do stairs at all, and made the mistake of going on holiday to Whitby, which has a lot of steps. And over that week I, on a number of occasions, had to run up to the Abbey, because the only way she could go up was if we took them at a run, and come down very slowly, one step at a time, holding her close so she didn't leap and end up in a heap at the bottom of that little flight of steps. So that was an interesting holiday all round with Daisy and the stairs, and she still doesn't really do stairs if she doesn't have to. But other dogs are more than capable of learning how to do stairs. So one thing to consider if you are going to want your dog to do stairs is how steep the stairs are. Now, I live in an older house with high ceilings, and my stairs are steeper than, say, in my mother's house where the ceilings are lower. How well lit is the staircase? If you, like me, have your stairs in a staircase with a wall on each side, it's going to be quite dark. So when it comes to practicing stairs, make sure you have the lights on. If you have a more open staircase, then does it have a balustrade to stop the dog coming off halfway up if they get stuck in the middle? You'll have more light so they can see what they're doing, but there is the risk of them trying to go sideways. Will they have enough grip? Particularly if you live in a flat or these are outside steps, they may not be carpeted, they may not have rubber treads on, and the dog may either be put off by the noise, they may be put off by the lack of grip, they may be physically slippy, or it may just be they don't look safe to the dog. And this is particularly common with the sort of steps that have the tread but not the riser at the back, and those sort of open stairs can look quite worrying. It makes my toes curl at the thought of them going up, let alone the dog doing it themselves. Also think about whether it's slippy at the bottom. So when they're coming down, are they going to land at the bottom on a laminate floor and then slip? So you might need to have a mat at the bottom for them to land on when they come down the stairs. And think about how the stairs will affect them. If they have an old wrist injury, which is not uncommon in ex-racing dogs, coming down the stairs puts a lot of weight on the wrists, so it could aggravate that injury if they're going to be doing the stairs frequently during the day. They might be fine to go up once a night to go to bed, but if you work upstairs, particularly in a house with, say, 2 staircases because it's a townhouse, then they could be doing a lot of stairs multiple times a day, and there could be an issue with an old injury such as that. Other sorts of injuries, say to the hind limbs, can make it harder for them because perhaps the limb doesn't bend as well, perhaps they don't have the muscle tone as much as they have before. So any type of injury, front or back, can make stairs harder for them. It doesn't mean that they can't do it, but they may not want to do it as much. And will they be able to manage the stairs as they get older? Arthritis, loss of muscle tone and joint stiffness are all going to contribute towards the dog not being too good at doing the stairs in later life. And I've certainly been in the position where I've had dogs that's used to sleep upstairs, and as they've got older we've had to change to them now sleeping downstairs, and that's actually been quite difficult because obviously I can't explain to them why they're no longer allowed to come up the stairs to bed at night. So think about how often they need to do the stairs, what the stairs are like, and that will help you to choose the right dog for you when the homing centre can help you to match the dog to your house and your family. So your homing centre may be able to stair test the dog beforehand if doing stairs is going to be important for you. So if you live in a flat, if you live in a maisonette, just if you want the dog to be upstairs with you at night, then it would be best to check out in advance if that dog can do stairs. Dogs learn by watching others, so a good way to check this out is to have another greyhound there to show them what to do, and the centre may be able to help with that. You can also go to public places that have stairs. So for example, this pedestrian bridge near my house is quite a challenging set of stairs for Meggie, but she's very good with steps. There are also steps at my local railway station and some shorter flights of steps in some of the nearby parks. So there are a number of good options for the dog to try before they go to a home and have to see if they can cope with a staircase in a house, because that's not quite the same. They're usually a bit more open. So how can we get them used to doing stairs in a house like a pro? Ideally, I would have 2 people and put a harness and lead on the dog. You can then have one person in front, one person behind, and you can control the dog to make sure they don't leap too fast or too far, whether they're going up or down. So if they're going up, you can encourage them with treats. You could have a person in front who is going to provide the treats to encourage them up, and the person behind is going to support if they get stuck. And coming down, you're going to want to control the speed. You don't want them to lunge from the 6th step down to the ground like Madam here did. So holding on to that harness and lead and walking alongside them will help them come down in a steady manner. Keep the practice sessions short and stop if they seem at all worried. Dogs also can learn in one go, so if they have a bad experience with steps, it could mean they don't want to do them again another time, even if you feel that it's worth a try. So best to listen to what the dog is doing and give them a break and try again later with something a bit easier. So that's all for today. I hope that's been helpful to you. We'll be back again soon with more videos. Bye for now. Look out for new videos every Monday, and why not subscribe so you don't miss out.